Hey everyone, welcome back to the Side Life channel. I'm Elaine and this is Gatsby, and today we're going to be talking about one of the questions that I get asked the most, and that is, what exactly do you feed your Siberian Husky? Just a quick disclaimer, I am not a vet, so if you guys plan on feeding the same type of diet that I feed Gatsby, just make sure you speak to your vet first. What I recommend is to speak to a holistic vet. I transitioned Gatsby off kibble when he was 6 months old to a home-cooked meal diet. Then at 2 years old was when I fully transitioned him to a raw diet. And I don't think we're ever gonna look back, right? What do you think? Yeah? Now, the reason why I transitioned Gatsby from a kibble to a raw diet was because he was having a whole bunch of health problems. And when I mean health problems, like, we were going back and forth to the vet. He had skin allergies, hot spots, his paws were sometimes swollen, he was always itching his ears, he had loose stool and diarrhea. And I'm like, how can this 4-month-old pup have so many issues? And I was thinking, like, it has to be with his food, right? It has to be what he's eating. And they usually say you are what you eat. So transitioning him off kibble to a raw diet is definitely one of the best decisions that I've made. Now, when I was learning how to transition Gatsby from a kibble to a raw diet, I did a whole ton of research. I researched the internet, I read articles from holistic vets, I spoke to holistic vets, I spoke to other dog parents to see what they were feeding their dogs. I read books about feeding a raw diet. And then finally, I also took a course that's called Kibble to Raw, and that was created by the Husky Squad. Now, if you guys don't know who the Husky Squad is, you have to check them out because they are super inspirational. They've inspired me to get Gatsby, to feed him a raw diet, and in so many other ways. And the course that they created, Kibble to Raw, it's super comprehensive because they literally teach you step by step how to transition your pup from a kibble to a raw diet. You're gonna learn how affordable the meals can be, where to source the proteins, the different types of supplements that your dog can use. There are a ton of resources. And then finally, they also cured their Husky Kimari from cancer just by feeding a raw diet and working with a holistic vet. So definitely check out the course, Kibble to Raw. I'm going to leave a link at the description box below. And if you guys use code Gatsby, you also get 10% off the course. And I think it is totally worth it. Okay, Gatsby, are you ready to show them your 5-star meals? Come on, let's go show them. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. All right, so I just got back from the market and I got Gatsby some bok choy and then some celery, and we are actually going to chop this up and then put it into this little chopper so we can grind it up into pieces for him so it's easier for him to digest. So I make sure to grind this up to as small as possible. So if you can see right here, it's almost like a salsa in a way. So now we're going to talk about the meats and the proteins that I give to Gatsby. We usually order his food from 2 companies. One is North Star Bison, and then the other one is Raw Feeding Miami. This is a ground venison that we're feeding him. There's also a ground rabbit pet blend and also a raw elk blend. Now, when they say it's a pet blend, that usually means that this is pretty much the foundation. So it's the meat, the bones, the secreting organs, and the regular organs. Now, as far as his supplements go, we'll always add some probiotics for his digestive system. We have joint power as well as fish oil. This is really good for his fur and his skin. And also golden paste. This is turmeric paste that I made for him. And this is really good for anti-inflammatory benefits. And yeah, all of this goes into his meals. Alright, so now it's time to start feeding Gatsby. What I'll do is that I'll put his meat down here first into his bowl. trying to get him to lose a little bit of weight lately, so we're not gonna give him too much food. I'm gonna give him some of the chopped up veggies. This is the celery and also the bok choy. This is turmeric. So turmeric paste has anti-inflammatory properties, and I like to give this to Gatsby in his meals. I usually hide it inside the meats because he doesn't really like the taste, so I'll go like that. Always have to add an egg. Crack an egg. I'll just make some space here. Here. Oh, not the prettiest looking meal, but it's nutritious. And the eggshells has a lot of calcium. It's really great for them. So I'll usually crush the shells like this as much as I can. He also doesn't like to eat the eggshells, so I'll crush it as much as I can, and then also use the meat to sort of hide that. So he has no choice but to eat it. Then finally now we are going to add the rest of his supplements. The first thing that we're going to add is the probiotic, like so. We're also going to add the joint supplement. Add some of this, like that. And then finally, we're also going to add some fish oil. This has the omega-3 fatty acids, so it's really good for his skin, his fur, and his nails. And yeah, that is pretty much Gatsby's meal. We're gonna get him now and then let him eat this. Okay. All right, Gatsby, you ready to eat? Can I have your paw? Your other paw. Can you turn around? Hey, turn around. Okay, look at me. Hey, look at me. Look at me. High five. Okay, take it. All right, so we have one more item on the menu, and every time he finishes his meals in the morning, what I'll do is give him some goat milk. And goat milk is really good for him because it's got all of the probiotics, vitamins, minerals, electrolytes. Really good for their sensitive stomachs, and also good for inflammation. So this is also the brand of the goat milk that we use for Gatsby. He's been taking this since he was about 2 years old. Okay, so I hope you guys found this video informative, and it also helped you make your decision whether you want to transition your dog from a kibble to a raw diet. To me, I just can't imagine feeding Gatsby dry food for the rest of his life. I believe that all dogs deserve real food. It's like, imagine yourself eating potato chips, granola bars, and cereal for the rest of your life. That would be insane. Anyways, I'm gonna leave all the products that I've used today in the description box below, along with a kibble to raw course. So let me know what you guys think. Check it out. Right now, I have to start making Gatsby some bone broth, so I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.